Yo, 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 what's up, party people? Welcome to another episode of The Recap, a segment here on Pathway Students where we recap what the Lord has done in Pathway Students, and this is the October edition. Yes, and I'm joined here by two stud muffins. To my right, we've got the Derek Pickerel. How are you today, Derek?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And then we've got the Austin Bonshoff.
Hello, hello. I'm feeling quite swell today, I gotta say.
Feeling quite swell. I didn't even ask yet. He's already telling me he's feeling swell. Well, this guy, right? Telling me he's feeling swell. I don't care how you're doing, Austin. I'm just playing. I love that you're doing swell, Austin. He is media trained. He just jumped right into it. He didn't wait for an invitation. I love it. Well, we're filming this right after a middle school night, the last middle school night in the month of October. So you might hear some cool surround sounds of children screaming and throwing pizza at each other or something, because today was pizza night. So there you go. And yes, I'm so thrilled to have Derek and Austin on the recap. We're going to start things off by sharing some fun things that happened during the month of October, and then we'll transition to the more serious and deep side of the swimming pool. So Austin or Derek, I don't care who goes first, but tell me, what was your October like here at Pathway Students?
I would have to say on pumpkin night, all the pumpkin that was treated around the room. but that's mainly it, I would have to say.
Pumpkin night. Did you have any pumpkin pie on pumpkin night?
I'm actually not a fan of pumpkin pie, believe it or not.
Really? So pumpkin night was a fun time, but he's not. I mean,
I'm not a pumpkin guy.
Not really me either, to be honest.
You don't like pumpkin? Wow,
more apple,
man. Let's get some people on that like pumpkin pie over here. So what's the alternative?
Parker, he annihilated that pumpkin pie in that contest.
On the pumpkin pie eating contest.
Down at least 5 seconds.
That was quick.
5 seconds? Man, Parker. Shout out to Parker Bonsoff. Not only does he break school records at Vero Beach High School with cross country, he breaks pumpkin eating records here on Pumpkin Night.
Pumpkin.
Let's go. I love it, Austin. And over to you, Derek. Favorite part of October?
I guess I had two good moments. One of them was when James put us in here for the pastor appreciation video, and he told me to think of an animal, and first thing that came to mind was a hippo, and that's what described Nate for the video. I think if Pastor Nate was an animal, he'd be a hippo.
We're like, there were many laughs, and there was we played it during middle school night, and some people laughed, and some people were like, is it okay for me to laugh at that? You called him a hippo. What does that mean? Actually, can we get a little backstory, Derek? Why is that the first animal that came to mind when I asked you if Pastor Nate was an animal? What would he be?
I guess hippos are very tough and confident animals, so I felt like that kind of described Pastor Nate.
Wow, way to redeem yourself with that answer. Tough animals. You are one tough cookie, Pastor Nate. Nothing to do with being large or anything.
Nothing with that.
You weren't even thinking that. That was the last thing to come to your mind when you thought of hippo. Okay, there you go. I like it. Thanks for that clarification. Pastor Nate, I hope your heart is warmed and you no longer have resentment towards Derek for calling you a hippo.
Hopefully.
Yeah. What was the animal that you called
I call him a duck just because Ohio State lost to the Oregon Ducks the week before, and I'm not really profound of Ohio State, so I'm really happy that Oregon won. Let's
go. Shout out to the Oregon Ducks beating the Buckeyes. So I love it. Very cool, gentlemen. I'm glad you guys had a good October. And so switching gears, what has been maybe one of the most inspirational or most life-changing, or what's something you learned spiritually through this month?
I feel like in October, it was just, I felt like towards the beginning of it, worship night, I felt like I really got closer to God, just like him calling on me to because I wasn't reading the Bible that much, and I was just not really trying my best to put my faith forward in everything I did. So I just really started to make a challenge on myself on reading the Bible every day and just do more devotionals and stuff like that to try to just keep myself on the Word and grow my relationship with the Lord more.
Yeah, that's awesome. The worship night, we did right towards the beginning of the month of October before the craziness of all the hurricanes, and it's a beautiful time where we just worship the Lord together more extensively than a typical Sunday night youth group. So I'm glad that was powerful for you, Derek.
Oh, yeah.
It was super cool. Yeah. And moving over to you, Austin?
I would have to say worship night as well, because it really touched me, and everything going on. I think it really, reached out to me kind of as a sign almost. And with Derek and Preston and Parker by my side, it was really like really refreshing and really comfortable with me. And it really moved me to like kind of change how I like see things and kind of go after things kind of a little bit, like in God's way of his like word and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a very powerful night for me. So
That's awesome. Yeah. That worship night, since, I'm on staff at the church, I'm always observing, just watching, not in a weird way, people watching, but just seeing how the Lord's ministering to you guys and stepping in if I feel led to do so. But yeah, you two specifically, and you mentioned Preston and your brother, Parker, you guys really were bonding, if that's the best choice of words, I guess. And so I guess, yeah, describe for me, like, man, what did that do for your guys' like friendship? Because you guys are pretty close before this, I assume. But either one of you describe that for me.
Yeah, I mean, we all slept together. Well, not like we all roomed together at a
Plot twist.
at a passion camp. So I felt like that's really where we started to grow our relationship with each other, and just, I don't know, I feel like with our Bible studies and just all the time we spend with each other outside of school and everything, I felt like we've just really grown close. And I feel like just coming to youth group and doing all our other stuff just keeps us nice and close and keeps us in check, accountable with each other, just like making sure we're all staying in the word and stuff like that,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Any other things, comments on that?
yeah, I mean, us four kind of, we all, like he just said, we all fell into like this group together at Passion Camp. And ever since then, it's kind of been like a bond that like is one of the closest ones, I would have to say. Like if we have problems, we go to each other, and like we always are around each other for Bible study and youth group and stuff.
Sending inspirational reels to each other, and also some funny ones.
There you go. That's the bond of true friendship right there. The
Yeah, and
inspirational
talk
funny
about
reels.
football and stuff, and hang out, watch football too.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. So were you guys close at all before Passion Camp, or did you just kind of know each other kind of more?
I'd say with the band's office, I was kind of close with them. Not really, really close, but I felt like after that, that's when it we really got closer. Then, I mean, Preston came from California,
True.
so
Yep.
Yeah, we had like no clue that Preston was even a person, and then he just
that's true.
He just
Yeah.
like showed up in our group with like no idea, just knowing that he's Pastor Zora's son,
Yeah.
and like the fact he wasn't even supposed to be there because he had a baseball tournament,
yeah,
they lost, and he drove straight to what's it?
Daytona.
Passion Camp.
Daytona.
Yeah.
Straight to
Passion Camp,
Daytona,
yeah.
and like the bond that we had and like the effect he had on me during that trip was amazing.
Yeah, he
So,
just joined us right in the like when we were worshiping, like already in the sanctuary and stuff, and then we went back to the room and just started talking and found things that we knew about, like he liked football, we liked football, so stuff like that.
That's so awesome. So, man, it sounds like Passion Camp was that kind of that springboard for a good accountability, good friendship between the four of you. And honestly, it's such a blessing to see you guys interact, because I know I depended so heavily on people that I was close to in high school, and youth group was a main place where that happened, because those people encourage you throughout the year, right? Because you had that bonding in Passion Camp or whatever youth trip you guys go on, and then it gets to continue on after camp. It's not like it just stops. So I'm glad to see that relationship with each other is still flourishing, and that worship night in a lot of ways was like a checkpoint of like, all right, kind of, not that you guys didn't talk before between Passion Camp and worship night, but it was like an opportunity to really, go deep spiritually again, and you have history with each other now. And that's cool that Preston, shout out to Preston if you're watching, could just jump in right away, and you guys welcomed him. That's so cool, right? The new guy from across the country, and you guys just embraced him with open arms. Yes, that's super cool. Well, thanks for sharing that, guys. That's super inspirational. For those of you who are listening, man, this is another reason, 105th reason why Passion Camp is so important and why you should go. So registration is open. We're taking a group of 200, Lord willing, and we'd love for you to be a part of it, so you can grow a bond like Parker, like Austin, like Derek, and like Preston. So big little plug the Passion Camp right there. So yeah. Well, any final words for you guys from for the recap?
Not for me.
sign up for Passion Camp.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
change your life.
I'll pay you
Oh,
later
yeah.
for that. No, can we get one more? Can we get one more pumpkin? You're actually getting called right now. Man, so
From me
popular.
or like?
Can we get one more with a pumpkin? Do you have it pulled up still?
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Oh, Pumpkin. This is how we close this episode of The Recap. This is The Recap, a place where we recap what the Lord is doing here at Pathway Students. We'll see you next time.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.